Andre Curbelo tiene hambre. He says he's hungry for more as he prepares to play on the biggest stage of his career. We have more on this story on our website, WCIA.com. I spoke with both Andre and Orlando in Spanish. I appreciate them so much and their willingness to share this story both in English and in Spanish. Bielema told us today that there's still 12 to 20 players that either need to get their first or their second dose of the vaccine. So now he expects his team will be fully vaccinated 2 weeks prior to game day. But come August 28th, we don't really know what to expect from the Illini. We were only allowed inside Memorial Stadium for 20 minutes today, and the team was pretty tight-lipped following their first practice. Illinois' worst game of the season comes just after one of their best. Normally a 9-point loss to a team on the fringe of the NCAA tournament wouldn't be something to smile about, but head coach Brad Underwood was surprisingly pleasant in his post-game presser, saying he actually expected this outcome. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. We are here live at Gibson City Melvin Sibley High School. We are on the football field waiting for Aiden Lawfrey to make the long-awaited decision of where he will be playing college football. What is it like for you coming from a small town to head to a Power 5 school, a Big Ten program like Illinois? Defensive lineman was drafted in the third round to the Steelers just moments ago as the 87th overall pick. He's the first Illini to get drafted since Nick Allegretti in 2019, and he's the highest pick since Dwayne Smoot in 2017. Earlier in the season, when you first decided to come back to Illinois, you said there was a different kind of vibe in the building. Is that still the case? Are you still kind of feeling a different energy with this team?
Definitely, the aura is still there.
There's not a day that goes by when, man, I miss my dad, doesn't go through my head. I love you unconditionally, always.
Illinois running back Reggie Love III and his father, Reggie Love Jr., spent years writing letters back and forth.
Love, Reggie 3, your son.
Love Jr. still holds on to the hundreds of letters and photos he received.
I had to watch him grow up in pictures.
In 2011, Love Jr. was arrested and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Reggie was just 9 years old.
And my mama say, hey, your pop's on the phone. Like, not even getting the phone yet, I'm in tears, like I'm crying. And the only thing I can say is I love you.
Yeah, it was difficult. You know, it was a transition that I had to deal with, that we both had to deal with. I almost felt like I let them down, and I let him down.
Love served 2 years of his sentence at a city jail here in St. Louis, where his family came to visit. But after he was moved to a federal penitentiary hours away from the city, he didn't see Reggie in person for 8 years, only speaking to him through a series of 15-minute phone calls.
Like, I never hung up the phone. Always either let my pops hang up or just let the car in, so it was definitely tough.
I mean, whenever that phone was open, I was on it.
Reggie and his 3 siblings were raised by their mom, and after his father's arrest is when he started playing football.
Football kind of made everything easier for me, because like before my pops went away, I wasn't playing ball. Just hearing my daddy on the phone, like I'm proud of you, it just really like sat with me like for a while.
But for all the big moments in his career, like winning a Missouri State championship and signing with Illinois as a 3-star recruit, he couldn't share those with his dad.
Like all my life, like especially like being one of the top guys in programs you play in, he wasn't around for real, like, cause he couldn't. It's not cause he didn't want to.
But on July 9th, years of long distance came to an end. Love Jr. was released 2 years early for good behavior, and Reggie was able to hug his dad for the first time in 10 years.
Woke up like, my pop's coming home. Like, I knew this day was coming, and like I just started, like I burst out in tears, like tears of joy.
When I seen him and we hugged, it was like, finally, you know, it's like the weight of the world was lifted off of my shoulders in that moment. Even though I lost a lot of time, I believe that it made me a better individual.
And they're hoping to make up for the years they spent apart. That's what makes the rest of Reggie's college career so important. Love Jr. has never seen him play in a football game.
Just to witness him play and see the excitement in his eyes, and I'm just thankful.
When Pop started to see me for the first time, had the best game you ever played in your life.
Effingham grad Parker Wolf has played a key role for the Hearts football and basketball programs this season. The All-State guard averaged 25 points per game his senior year, and he knows what it takes to compete. But the sport he takes on during the summer, well, let's just say it's a completely different animal. There's a certain thrill that Parker Wolf gets during the off-season, one that doesn't even compare to the field or the court.
It's really not like any other sports I play.
Because during the summer, the Effingham multi-sport standout is riding bulls.
It's real fast. It's just a big adrenaline rush, and it's just, I think it's cool whenever you do get one rode that you can say you just rode a wild animal that's 1,500 pounds.
Wolf lives on his family's cattle farm in Dietrich, Illinois, just 10 miles south of Effingham.
These are where we keep the bulls, I guess.
He first thought about riding just 2 years ago. Wolf taught himself through YouTube videos and practiced on barrels for a year before getting on his first live bull at a rodeo last summer.
Been to local rodeos when I was younger, then I just got the urge to go out there and try it and fell in love. So, like they say, first one, you never go back. So.
Now he's riding in as many as 3 rodeos a week all over the state. They even built a ring on the family farm and bought a handful of bucking bulls to practice with.
I like to take pretty good care of them. They're like our pets, but I like to ride them too, so yeah.
But the thrill of the sport doesn't come without risk. It's something his brother Garrett also knows firsthand.
Well, when I was riding at my last rodeo, my hand got stuck in my rope, and he threw me up, and my leg came down on his head, and it broke my tibia and fibula.
Garrett just started riding this year and had surgery last month, putting him out until October. But for the Wolf brothers, trying to reach the standard of an 8-second ride is a challenge well worth it.
I think I'll do it long term. Hope I can go to college for it, maybe even.
I plan to take it a few more years, see how far I advance in my skills, and if I start really picking it up, I plan to do it pretty much almost full time. So.
While Parker's career is just getting started, he'll take a break come the fall. In August, he'll put down the cowboy boots and head to Illinois Wesleyan to play his first season of college basketball. Let's hope his college basketball coach doesn't see that. I don't know if coach would be very happy in case he did get hurt. But I was so impressed. It was an awesome story to go out and shoot. Me, I'm going to stick to the mechanical bulls, but it was great to see that and experience it.